Welcome back, friends. This is Dixie from the muggy Midwest with 5 minutes on writing. I have a main character, and my thought was that he would get hit by lightning. Now, what an opportunity for all sorts of feels and stuff, but I haven't ever been hit by lightning. I don't know anyone personally who's ever been hit by lightning. I've been out in a storm at a soccer match, but, that didn't really help me with the writing. So when I started, my rough draft from NaNoWriMo said, there was a bright flash followed by a boom, and he was thrown. And I figured, when it's not nano, I'll come back and fix that. So now it's a year later, and I gotta fix that. So what I did was I looked up personal accounts of hit by lightning. And I started a new document, and I found a bunch of, some of them were on Reddit, some of them were on Wikipedia, some of them were on individual websites, and I copied those portions which use descriptive, kind of graphic language where you could really tell, like one of them had worms on this, racing up and down the skin. One of them had an ear blew out like an explosion, like the ear just destroyed. And I compiled all those little accounts in a Google Doc. It's probably 2-3 pages long. So then I read back over like the juicy parts that I wanted, and I got a pretty good feel for what it might be like to be hit by lightning. And I used all those bits in my writing so that instead of, there was a loud crash and there was a boom, there's, he smelled ozone, the hair on his arms stood up, his skin sizzled like he had a molten core of fire inside, his ear exploded, he lost his vision for a moment, just all sorts of those things, how your heart felt, how your breath came. And it turned out I have a pretty good description of the process of getting hit by lightning. And it might be a little exaggerated, but I'm not sure about that. Let me read it to you just quickly. A searing light blinded him, and thunder shook the ground. He was drawn up into the tingling atmosphere, and the smell of burning ozone permeated the air. His overweight body floated like a balloon in an updraft. Then he was slammed into the ground and on his foot as he landed. He tried to scream, but no sound would come out. Tendrils of fire raced through his body, crawling on his skin like ants. His ear exploded in excruciating pain, and a liquid dripped down his face. On fire from the inside, his body had become a molten core of agony. And then we go on with the story, how he's drawn up into the air, and he sees heaven, and then he's plummeted down to earth, and then he sees hell, and then he's resuscitated and finds out that the saints want to use him for their work on earth. And being an atheist, he's just like, oh, this isn't going to work. But anyway, so that's one way you can consider getting better descriptions. I also heavily use the thesaurus for like the word pain, because if you use the same word too closely to the same word in your paragraph, it's very awkward. It's just not good writing. So I have to change. So agony is only used once, and pain, and I found better words or descriptions instead of he felt. So anytime you've got a he felt, you got to work on that. You got to massage those words. So that's my tip for today. Thanks for listening.